Hello everybody and welcome to What's My Role? My name is Ben Marguerite and I'm your host and Dungeon Master. With me as always are our players Tom, Isaac, Nathan, and Hamish. And we are a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast recorded and produced in beautiful Hong Kong. When last we left off, the party had survived their ordeal in the astral plane with Lady Night. But they still remain in this looping day. Will they manage to escape the time loop? Will Lady Night be able to help? Find out in What's My Role, Episode 13. So, we are back into the game. In Lady Night's shop, Garrett has just knocked out Tom Hanks, and you've survived your encounter with the aboleth in the astral plane. Falarhana, you are exhausted from this, and you have 1 point of exhaustion as a result of this experience, and the drain of energy and the loss of connection to your elder god that supplies your magic. And Lady Night is next to you, and she's looking at you. It is midday. This is the 4th time you've lived this exact day, and outside there is a festival occurring. The town is unaware of the knowledge that you possess, that in a few hours before this evening there will be an attack.
Do we know specifically what time this creature comes? Are there clocks in this?
There are no real clocks, and there's one clock actually in this town, and it was built by Mr. G and Garrett. They built this crazy cool clockwork object. It comes around evening time just before sunset, like about an hour or so before, an hour or two before.
Just so we know specifically.
That's when you've interacted with it. That's
yes.
when you don't
yes.
know if that's when
yes.
it arrives. That's
yes.
when you've interacted.
Twice now we've survived the loop itself, but it's reset anyway. Do we know what time that is?
Yeah, it's sundown.
Sundown.
On sundown it goes. Okay.
Oh, so sundown. It's not
Yeah.
even like nighttime, not like midnight or something.
Correct.
It's just
Yeah.
sundown. I turn to fellow Hunter and I say, "What the hell was that?"
Well, you took a shot at it. You well done for taking on an aboleth, and we all lived. I'm impressed.
Yes,
Did
but
that thing know you? It seemed like it knew you or something.
It knows of my magic, my connection to my power.
Lady Night behind you. Yes, you called it to us. Could have warned us, you know.
My first trip abroad, darling, so my apologies.
He seemed quite at home. He seemed very chummy with Tina, and I think that was very annoying.
Yeah, hey, who the hell was that? You've got a bit to answer for. He just shakes his head and gets down to Mr. Hanks and makes sure
Be
he's
careful if he's going to still be enslaved by that creature.
He waves his hand off. He'll be fine.
All right.
Uncorks a potion and kind of lifts him up and pours it down his throat.
As you come to,
Oh, Lord! Just relax, Mr. Hanks.
and that feeling has faded from you.
Mr. Hanks, are you okay?
I had a strange dream, and you were there, and you were there, and Lady Night was there. Lady, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Yeah, she's not the one you're attacking, Mr. Hanks. She's
Hello.
probably fine.
Attacking?
He has a weak and feeble mind. It was very easy for the aboleth to enslave him.
Okay, well, that's not nice, first of all. He's
Oh,
a
yes,
very
it
smart
enslaved you
man.
as well.
He's
Well.
a good teacher, all right? And you're
That
an
remains to be
outplane
seen.
now.
All right, well, looks like you're stuck in this loop with us.
Well, we're not sure. We were interrupted back there.
How long were we in the
You were in there
astral
for a few hours, so you came there in the early morning.
plane? So we noticed a time shift when we came back.
Very close to the same.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, not much time passed when you were in there.
Not much time passed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, Lady Night, you were informing us about this creature who's been summoned to the town. You had a guess of he was
I spoke of it. It's called an orthon.
Orthon, yes. Well, do you know much about their abilities? We said that you don't know what's causing this time
They're-
loop, but
Hunters. They kill, they capture, and they never stop.
What would be the point of having this creature stuck in the loop with us? What does it achieve, do you think?
I don't know what you mean. Like, I understand you're saying there's a loop of... I just don't understand the point of it. I don't know. You came to me with this.
Why is it that you can't see the images of the temple that
What?
we have tried to share with you?
Maybe we should
The Lathander Temple.
show you.
I've seen it. What?
No, you're right. Let's take her there.
there's a
Take you to
place
the-
just outside of town we can take you to.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Sure.
that. I'd
You're
say
very
too.
on board for this. This is This is good.
I don't know. You've really thrown me off my game.
Hey,
Look, I've seen what you've shown me, and I mean, sure, let's go, whatever. Let's be out of the town because that thing might attack again, assuming you're correct.
Now,
I still don't know if I
Let's
believe.
go. Let's
This-
go immediately.
this loop presumably will keep on happening. I don't think we'll be able to figure it out today. Is there something that we can say to you next loop, assuming you forget all of this, that can spark something, something that no one else would know, a word that would spark something in you that would give
Trigger
you the
your
idea,
memory, maybe.
you trigger your memory, or no, you could trust us.
You've presented a weird quandary for me because is it better to know that you're in an infinite loop and go insane, as you probably all will in a little bit, or is it better to live in ignorance and not be dragged into your bullshit?
First one.
Well, either you're in this loop with us, and in that case, welcome to the party, or each day you'll once again rejoin us in this, and your mind will be kept safe through all the loops.
Well, you can attempt. I mean, who's to say I'll listen to you?
No, this is true.
So
This is why we're
made
asking.
you? Yes.
We can break the loop. We can set us and you free.
I suppose if you were to tell me my true name, that would help, probably.
We are vibing, by the way, because I was
Yep.
on that same train, bro.
If you were
Nice.
to tell me my true name, I don't know what I would do.
Remind-
I would not attack you, most likely.
Remind us again
Instantly.
of your true name.
Birshit Malachai.
You get a token of inspiration
What?
for remembering that.
Give me that
And
shit.
being able to pronounce it.
It's
Oh,
easy. Oh.
So, maybe, I don't know if that astral plane is also affected, but maybe you can, I don't know, drop like a note in there or something, and you can sign it and be like, hey, look, you signed this
I'm-
yesterday.
As you talk about items and you talk about the astral plane, this is weird. I normally have a store of goods stored on the astral plane. Yesterday, I had stored those potions in my shop, and I was going to move them into my storeroom in the astral plane today. When I woke up, they weren't in my shop anymore. There is a chance that they might be in the astral plane as we speak, but if that's the case, I don't know when I moved them.
Maybe the plane is out of the loop.
Maybe you move them in a different loop.
Mhm.
Not today, but a different today.
Maybe somebody stole them last night before you could move them.
I distinctly left them in my shop. I start my day in the plane. I
You
like to
sleep
sleep there?
there?
Yes, of course. It's my home. I was
do you have
born
like
there.
do you have like a bed? I didn't see any beds there.
I prefer. It's a little claustrophobic to be in a place like this. It's nicer to
Yeah.
exist.
Well, that was so nice there. It's like all this open space and
Yes.
it's like a
Imagine
galaxy or
being
something.
the size of what you saw that creature was.
Yeah.
That came in a splendid form that I once had. So yeah, she thinks potentially those items might still be in the astral plane in her storeroom there.
What are they?
It was the health potions, but my question is why are they not here? And it was weird. I thought maybe I forgot and I took it. Maybe I did drop it off last night.
Would we have seen them at the astral plane when we were there with you?
She didn't take you to her storeroom. She took you to the plane, and then she was
Oh,
gonna
okay,
continue
okay.
on.
Well, let's
Yeah.
check now.
Mm.
We'll
here?
inspect the shop up here because maybe someone did break in, or maybe they're still there. You go have a look.
I have an alarm. I would know if someone
Do you have the power now to?
to go back. Yes, I can go back, but I wouldn't be able to take more than myself.
Can I go? Oh,
She takes out her key.
you sure you can't take me?
Yes,
Can I insight her?
sure.
I'd really love to go.
I got an 11 on insight.
I mean, she's forthcoming. She's told you a lot about herself in this moment. She has no reason to hide. She's even told you how to bring her back to the loop.
Well, let's give it a try.
But so she's saying that she's been to the storeroom and it is empty.
Give me an Arcana check. No. She said she hasn't been to the
She hasn't
storeroom
been
yet.
to- oh, right,
She's
right.
saying the items were in her shop.
But
But when she showed up this morning, they were
intending
not
to
in
take
her
them
shop.
to the
Yeah,
storeroom. Gotcha.
exactly.
A 20.
When she holds up the key, you understand that the key is its own form of a gate spell to open. And Mr. Hanks, you saw her use the key when she went back to her shop to get the potions for you that one time. And there was no storeroom back there. It's just a kind of a small closet.
Can I investigate the shop?
I mean, you can do it. Yeah, feel free. Give me an investigation check. Go for it.
Okay, I got an 18 and an 8. My investigation is 23.
18 and an 8, 23. As you're doing that, she notices you're just looking there. She's going to head off to check for those items.
Whistling like.
Wait, Lady Knight, can you use that key anywhere or only in the shop to access the astral plane?
She turns to you. This will be harder for you to understand, Mr.
All
Hanks.
right, listen, I'm not an idiot.
Well, you did.
He told me
I saw
infernal,
you,
you know.
Yeah, arguing with yourself, which I assume was with the aboleth during the fight. But you would understand this, my short-statured friend. She turns to Tobin. This is a unique type of gate item that is connected to a specific door or specific portal in another plane. If you were to have a key like this and it goes to a specific lock, it would open up to that door.
How do you make one of these?
Well, I didn't make this one. I did make. Okay, when you have the power of an elder god, it's not very hard. Sometimes
Tina made it.
No, Tina didn't make it.
Yeah, guys, Tina made it. I
Tina
think.
did not make it. Tina's a piece of shit.
It's definitely Tina.
Garrett,
You keep
shut up.
snooping around my shop and you shut up. Sometimes you make things, you give it to ungrateful pieces of crap, then they steal your body and you're trapped forever. Point is, I'll go and check on the items.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
How long should it take?
Not too long, about like half an hour.
We'll wait here and then we'll take you to the dig site. We'll show you this temple you can't see.
Sure, sounds like a fun day. She goes off, and for a brief second, again, Fellerhana, you feel like a deep connection as she steps through the door. And with your investigation,
Yeah.
as you're looking around, you find the double books again, which were open before, but you've never seen these books. Mr. Hanks has. He described to you that there were two different sets of books.
I mean, I'm not looking for
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that they're there,
Mhm.
the options there, but I'm
You're looking
specifically
for
looking for to
signs
see
of-
if something was stolen or forced entry or anything.
You don't see any signs of forced entry or anything stolen. It is odd because you do remember seeing this place exploding outward in your last loop or two loops before. You saw this place explode outward, right?
Yes.
But you don't see anything, any
Explosive.
signs of like picking locks in the doorway. You don't see any sign of forced entry from any place.
And
No.
there's no mini storeroom or anything.
Yeah, you don't find anything. Yeah.
What could have caused this place to explode in the way that it did?
Could it have been her going to the storeroom? We saw one time loop where she died fighting the creature, but in the other she didn't necessarily, right? The one where it had the exploded out storefront, was that when we'd seen her dead?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe she was just fighting it, and she's got like some cool things
Some
that she
crazy
used.
powers.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe.
something came out of the astral plane.
Mm.
I guess while they're pondering, I'll go through the books. Might as well.
Hit
Okay.
the books.
Yeah,
Ponder,
it's the same
ponder.
information you got before. The most recent purchases, the three names that are the only English and a bunch of shorthanded scratch that's meant to describe the actual items that were sold and how much and how and when. But you do see Verdant Serpent, Cobalt Cricket, and Auburn Eagle were the three names that are listed there. This is a shorthand that's closer to Abyssal, if anything. Yeah.
Do we still have that spell book with the missing page?
You did yesterday.
But we don't now.
No.
Mm.
This morning you woke up, you went straight to the Forbidden Flask together, and you all met up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's back at the shop.
Last time you got that book, you went to Tuck's,
Oh, it's a tux.
Tuck's place itself,
This is a thing we need to start
In the
marking out what we
morning,
do in our loops.
and you took it from him.
get the perfect run.
Perfect speed run. the
Exactly.
loop.
Could we track this thing? And we know about this ritual, a silver knife and a diamond. We know a diamond was stolen recently.
Yes, a diamond was stolen recently from Annalise Brightmore. She's the wife of Errol Brightmore, who's the heir to, like, he's like, you know, the founder
Oh,
of
sorry,
the
yes,
city.
yeah.
She's the one that was the head of the committee to decorate. You ghosted her today. The other day you insulted her, but this day you just ghosted her.
Maybe we could split up and find out what items were stolen.
But do we also
While
want to
we
pop
wait.
into the temple and see, did our experiment work?
Well, I think we'll take Lady Knight there if she comes.
I don't know
back.
if she can. There's something blocking her from even comprehending the thing. We
One
don't
way
know.
to find out.
Yeah.
Just go.
If we want to find out where maybe who stole this dagger or something, because we know the diamond got stolen, right? And people report this stuff, right? Rich people, do they report things to the
For the
guards?
town watch, they do.
Yeah,
yes.
and they probably write it down.
Mhm.
Like when I get something stolen, then I write it down. They just be like, okay,
Yeah,
kid.
that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe then we can go in while they're busy with the thing, with the Orthon, and then we can just go through the arrest reports and we can find out who reported it stolen, and then we can go from there.
I like that idea a lot. Sorry, this is a little sidetrack about Lady Knight taking her to the hidden temple.
Yeah.
Maybe it's protected from her for a reason.
That's really
As
true.
she is a warlock and possible fiend, so I don't know if we should take her. I mean, something holy has to be given up to summon this thing, and there was a statue that was missing in this place that's protected. Maybe someone took the statue as part of the summoning.
Entirely possible.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
We need to talk to the professor who did the dig to see if she found anything. Because there's no way you could miss it.
All
right.
That's a very good point. For some reason, completely blind to it. Like
Right.
Lady Knight.
So what would you like to do? As it takes an hour for a short rest, as an hour passes.
Short rest.
I have, like,
She
Well,
said it
let's-
should be half an hour.
She did.
Why
Oh,
hasn't
shit.
she come back yet?
Well,
we should go in after her. Does anyone have access
We physically
to
can't.
the... Oh,
Or metaphysically can't. I don't know how
fiddlesticks.
dimensions work.
All right, well,
And is there stuff, like, this is a shop, right?
Yeah.
Is there stuff on the shelves?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
steal.
display stuff. She keeps her shit in a place that's more safe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why she went back when Tom Hanks first bought those potions.
Well, we don't know if she's just hiding out there because she doesn't want to be part of this. Has something got her there? There's an aboleth kicking around the astral plane.
That's all right. We'll
around,
get
we
her
don't know.
tomorrow.
Yep.
yeah, even if she did, then
Creepy.
there's nothing we can do about it.
Yep. All right. So how are we splitting up then? Do we want to head straight towards the town watch?
Well, we have to wait till sunset before we try to get to the town watch, because then none of them will be in the prison.
We'll see. The town watch was particularly useless when at both times, either protecting the people or actually trying to confront the thing. So,
Well, either way, because this thing runs rampant in the town for a while, right?
Mhm.
It's, so that place will be empty. And if not, we'll just kill a guard, get some XP.
We're hoping also that he doesn't crush the town wash place.
he's changing it up, and also he has knowledge that we are conscious of this loop, if you will.
So 3 things that we need to do. We need to talk to the professor, go to the dig site, and check the records for who reported a lost
Why do we
silver
still
knife.
need to go to the dig site?
To see
To
if
check if
the
our little
things that we
experiment
left
worked.
there, if it's a time capsule of sorts.
Okay.
You go to the dig site. Garrett and I will go to the town watch.
Do I have time to talk to the professor
Yeah, to talk to the professor if you want. Yeah.
and then to the dig
Professor?
site?
You want to stake
Is that
out?
right?
Yep.
Well, we can stake it out, or when that fiend shows up, we can just go inside. I wouldn't mind questioning Pith, if you know what I mean.
He wants
You
vengeance.
want to kill Pith?
No, I just want to question him
Okay.
with prejudice.
Garrett furrows his brow okay. But hey, we could raise the alarm as well, and then anybody else who's left in there will clear out.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As you make your plan to go into the town,
Fucking Tweedledum over here.
I need one of you to volunteer to roll a D100 for me.
Do
Tom
it.
has volunteered.
Oh, that's a 13.
13. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is it cool?
Mm.
You heard him, guys. Everything's cool.
As you head into the town, I think you're all going towards this town square now, right?
Yep.
Okay, you head back to the town square. There's a lot going on. There's the town troubadours playing music. The kids are kind of being entertained. You see your mom, Garrett, entertaining the kids, and she's trying to explain the toys and the way that Mr. G and you kind of explained it to her.
Yeah.
She's doing an okay job, but it's clear that they're shorthanded, and a lot of the final decorations are not up. They're just kind of sitting in their crates like they were going to be helped out in the morning. That's what you're going to do together.
Yeah, it's a shame.
There is noticeable anger and frustration. The more wealthier people are hanging out together, and there's a lot of the poor community. They seem to be quite happy. If you remember the mayor's speech, he announced
Yes.
that there was going to be a library being built, and people are very upset. Give me a perception check, everyone, as you go into the town square. So there's a lot going on here.
Da, 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 da.
Ooh, natty 20.
Natty 20.
For a total of 22.
12.
15.
12.
Okay. Mr. Hanks, what'd you get? 12?
12.
12? Off in the distance, you see Crispin Ironspine with Nurse Whiplittle. They're having a nice little date like before.
Sweet.
It's weird deja vu as you see that happening. And Fallon got 15. You see your husband off with a member of the town watch, and he's just discussing something in the corner near the House of the Dawn. Garrett, with a nat 20, you see your brother, and you swear you saw him, and you don't see your sister-in-law to be, Vera. You see your brother Peter, and you know it's your brother Peter. You just see him dart off into a side alleyway. And that's weird. And also with a nat 20, you don't remember him being there on the day of the loop. You don't remember him being there on the day of the loop. You would have remembered it because he would have probably come up to your mom with Vera, but they might have come later in the day when you were doing other stuff. It's a weird moment.
I see this, and it's weird, and, well, this is a weird time. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. And I quickly just, tap Mr. Hanks, there you go. Quick, this way. We'll catch up, guys.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Awesome.
As I follow him. But where are we going?
Shut up. Come on. I'm sorry. Just follow.
Well, I am.
As you get towards that alley, You see that it kind of branches off into 3 different directions, and you can do an investigation check to try and figure out which way he goes, but you don't see Peter in this alleyway.
Apollo, look around. What do you see?
You can have advantage with that.
This is the greatest thing ever. She's like, hey, yo, Apollo, help me out, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's 22.
22. You see boot prints in the ground, and you know that he went towards the left.
This way.
Okay.
It seems like you're heading towards the Town Watch in that direction. We're going to cut back to Fowler, Hannah, and Tobin. You just saw them walk off. What do you want to do?
Still looking at my husband. Does he seem disturbed in any way? Is this where I remember him being in previous loops?
No, you haven't been in a loop where you've kind of abandoned your responsibilities and then
gone back
like this. So it's never happened like that.
Okay. Right. Do you want to have a word with the professor?
Yeah, I think so.
My disappearance will have been very noticed.
Okay, yeah, I'm more than happy to talk to the professor. I can handle it.
Wondering if should I go speak to my husband? We shall see.
As you're discussing this, and Tobin, are you heading off or are you staying?
Go to the professor.
As you head off, you hear, wait right there. I was going to speak with your brother. And you see Galit Stonebrook standing there.
Galit, my dear.
Where were you? This is literally the biggest day in our town's history.
Yes.
And you abandoned us? You didn't do anything? And what are you doing now? What, I saw your brother just walking off, having a vacation? We spent 1,000 gold on all this
hold of
work.
her hand and say, Galit, not here. I'm going to look towards the people from the lower hallows. Not here. A gesture away from them.
What are you talking about? It's very suggestible.
If they hear, they might start something. Galit, you have no idea what they are capable of.
What do you mean?
They're planning something. Would you want to kick anything off right now, Galit?
Still doesn't explain why you weren't here.
Come with me. Of course, I'll show you. I'll show you the. And I'm going to grab her. I'm going to obviously kind of be moving away from the lower hallow people. I'm going to go. The people who burnt down the university.
Yes.
And I'll gesture over towards the lower hallow people.
You know who did it?
Worse.
What?
They're planning something else.
What?
They're planning to stage another murder.
Really?
Yes.
Who?
Well, we're not exactly sure who, but I know how they're going to do it.
Was this your organization?
Yes, exactly. Deep investigations. We've been hard at work. My brother Tobin, you know, he's good with his illusions, his magics.
Yes.
He managed to infiltrate.
What? Well, what should we do? We should tell the Town Watch.
We know who is going to be framed. It's someone with a... They were using... talking about some instrument, a pure silver knife. Now, you know the people of this town. They're trying to frame another of the families. They're trying to tear us apart.
Pure silver knife.
A pure silver knife. No, you know things. You know you've toured all the houses here. You with your such a good host and your connections with the house owner society.
It's a very interesting play. I'm gonna roll
Why not?
history check for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super honest. She
Yep.
doesn't have the best history, but she might know this, as might you. And she got a nat 20. No fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
Galit! Wait, is this Galit?
Galit Stonebrook, yeah.
Galit!
She turns
She's
to you
our
and
newest
says,
member of the NWA.
the only silver dagger I could think of. I keep thinking about Father Daywood.
You do?
The House of the Dawn. Everything there is silver. There's a silver dagger that's used in a religious ceremony. There might be other people, but that keeps popping into my head. Does that help?
Both hands holding her. It helps so much. Now, Galit, my dear, I need your help.
Yes.
I need you to stay calm and quiet.
Yes.
And keep an eye on the people from the lower hallows.
Of course.
I'll give you the signal. You will know what the signal is.
What about Annalise? Should I tell her?
I only trust you with this.
Oh, my dear. Okay.
You can do this.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Yes.
Now, wait for my signal. I need you to get all of the Town Watch. Tell the Town Watch they need to go to the Iron Yak.
Okay, I think I can do that.
When you get the signal.
Okay, I'll wait for the signal. What's the signal?
I will, and I'll gesture like some sort of light thing. When you see this red light, you know what to do. Now,
Gotcha. She like nods. I gotcha.
Galit, give her a
She
wink.
winks. Yeah.
Have a merry time, Galit. We wink again.
Right. Mary. She winks back at you.
Good, perfect. We might get our distraction a little sooner than I anticipated. But
Tobin, it's back to you.
Professor, hello.
Oh, yes. You came and asked for help before. Yes.
I did. I heard you were successful in finding the coins.
I did. It was, you know, we worked really hard, but we found it.
Well, you had a great team.
We
Hey,
did.
did you find anything besides the coins?
No, I mean, we were looking at the coins. There wasn't anything magical about these. I assume that there was something magical about the coins, but we looked quite deeply into them. And
Were they
couldn't find-
encased in anything, or they were just sitting in the dirt?
Yes, they were sitting in the dirt. Yeah.
Ah.
The only thing of note about them was that time didn't seem to touch them.
Did you find anything underneath the dirt?
We stopped digging when we found the coins.
Oh, that's because I was at the dig site earlier just to check it out, do some more research, and I found that if you kept digging
When earlier?
this morning.
We were there this morning.
What?
I had the coins here, but what were you doing there and when?
Oh,
We would have seen you.
Sorry, I'm mistaken. I was just there. I'm just the excitement of the day.
You went 3 hours out of town and then 3 hours back. Sure. What do you want to know
It's a
about?
big research project.
What are you asking about?
Now, I found this may sound strange, but you didn't find anything underneath the coins?
Are you all right?
How is that possible?
Are you? You seem a bit stressed.
There was clearly... Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I walk away.
Wait, no. I'll get your friend. I can get your friend. She can come and help you out.
Yeah, okay.
Would that help you?
Yeah, thank you, Professor.
And you see
Sorry, it's a stressful
she goes
day.
over and speaks with Megan. Megan still follow, and you see her talk with her, and then Megan looks over at you. Megan comes over to you and says, "Hey, Tobin, you all right?
Hey, Megan.
There's a lot of pressure today, I know.
You have no idea.
I heard you went out to the dig site.
I did, and I found something unusual, and I find it
Sure.
strange that you didn't find it either.
Yeah, why don't we chat for a bit? We'll find a place to sit down. I heard everything. It's gonna be fine."
Megan and I wave my hand. I say "false bild," and I show her. I project an image of what I found. An image of the temple underneath the dig site.
It's a very colorful show you're putting on. That's nice.
No, I found this underneath the dig site.
You found a bunch of colors? That's great.
What? Sorry. What do you? My magic's not. What do you see? I'm trying to work this spell.
I mean,
and it would be
looks
helpful
like
if you
a
told me.
room. Looks like a lovely, interesting. No, it's just,
Do you see the mural with the long flowing hair?
yeah, I can see. No, what do you mean? What? What are you showing me?
I want to show her one more thing. Do you see this tablet with Rowan Brightmore's name written on it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you see when I cast
I
this
see a
spell?
lot of colorful pictures. You know, like kind of colorful, swirling.
This was just it was a test. I'm testing out some magic, and I wanted to see if you saw what I wanted you to see.
Okay.
So
well,
I'm working on it.
you should probably rest more if you don't want to hang out. I think you need a rest a bit.
All right.
You look incredibly stressed.
Thanks.
We cut over to Garrett and Mr. Hanks in an alleyway following your brother's footsteps.
Garrett, I like walking down strange alleyways as much as the next person, but where are we going?
I saw my brother, and I don't know, he wasn't here in any of the other loops. He just wasn't around. And I don't know, there was something, it looked off. And I've picked up his trail, that's where we're going. And I think it heads towards the town watch.
Well, that's convenient. We were going there anyway.
Right?
You know, Garrett, there's something I've been wondering about. Why are we the ones, especially after this interaction with Lady Knight, where she seemed to not be able to recognize anything about this temple that Tobin and Falarhana found? Why are we the ones who are stuck in the time loop and are aware of it? What makes us different from the rest of the people in the town?
I don't know.
Even a mystical being like Lady Knight isn't aware that she's in a time loop.
I mean,
Did we
this
have
is
an
gonna sound-
interaction with something?
Maybe it's just chance. Maybe like some of those books, or even when I played Lairs and Liches, it's maybe we're different. Maybe we're made of different stuff.
The right stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just silly, but
No, it makes sense. I just wonder, did we touch something? Is there anything that the four of us have in common?
I don't think you and me could be any more different from Tobin and Hannah. I mean, look where we came from.
Well, it's not about where you came from. It's about where you end up.
As you say that, you end up at the
Town
town watch. But you've gone through a back alley entrance. This is a place that Garrett would remember. This is a place he hung out while he
Yeah.
waited for Tobin to try and steal some stuff in rat form.
I say as much to Mr. Hanks as well.
Oh, wow, fascinating.
There's a back alley here, back entrance, and on the side of this building that seems to have like kind of trash and other refuse that they're like dumping out. And you see your brother rummaging through the trash,
Hey, Peter.
and he keeps rummaging and rummaging, looking through.
Peter.
It's like methodical. Just opens, looks,
Look at Mr. Hanks and shrug, and I walk up to him and put a hand on his shoulder.
Peter.
and he doesn't react like you've surprised him. He doesn't react with like a shock. He just kind of turns his head to look at you and then looks back at the trash area and continues to look through.
To turn back and give a what the hell look to Mr.
Let me
Hanks.
try. Peter, do you know me? I'm Mr. Hanks, Tom Hanks from the school. What are you looking for, Peter? Maybe we can help you.
He turns to look at you, Mr. Hanks. His eyes squint. And give me an insight check, both of you, as you see this.
9. 9 buddies!
Yes, I also rolled a 9, but I have +3, so
Oh.
12.
12. So, Garrett, what you can see very clearly is your brother when he looked at you and when he looks at Mr. Hanks. There's no recognition of, like,
Yeah.
seeing you. Mr. Hanks, when he looks at you, though, and his eyes squint, you see a brief moment at the end of that when he recognizes you.
I see you in there, Peter.
And he looks at you and says, "Not now." And he turns back. And the voice he uses just doesn't quite mix well with that kind of voice, but he
Yeah.
just turns to you and says, "Not now," as he turns back and continues to look a little bit more aggressively into the trash and ignores you.
Peter, what are you looking for, buddy?
He keeps looking. He's ignoring both of you now as he keeps moving forward.
Well, then I step forward and I put my hand on his shoulder as if to stop him from looking through the trash.
Step back
Okay.
now
All right.
as he turns to look at you, Mr. Hanks. Please.
All right, if you
He
won't tell us
turns
what you're doing,
immediately and goes back to searching through.
then we are going to help you look for it too. And finders keepers. And I start going through the trash. I don't know what I'm looking for.
He looks at you as you're making more of a mess in this thing, and you can see that he was kind of like methodically doing it, and now as he looks at you, his eyes go wide, and he says, "Stop! What are you doing?"
I've got to find it, Peter. I've also been tasked with looking for this thing. You're not the only one on a mission. We both have been told that we have to find it.
As he reaches out and he places a hand on you, give me a charisma saving throw.
Charismatic lad.
That would be a 6.
A 6. In that brief instance, Tom Hanks, from your perspective, Garrett, out of existence.
What the fuck?
Just disappears. And you know your brother cannot do magic, as he looks, and then he proceeds to continue to look through the trash
No, he doesn't, because I
methodically.
fucking bull rush him and attempt to grapple him.
Okay,
as
roll
soon
for
as that
initiative,
happens.
and then we're going to talk about Mr. Hanks in a second. What happened to Mr. Hanks?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Where's my dice?
What do you do?
I'm losing it here. I'm losing it.
Roll for initiative. I'll roll for initiative as well.
19.
19. Cool. You're gonna go because you go first. You're just trying to grab him, or are you trying to what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to grapple his ass,
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
And, of course, my loyal dog Apollo is helping me.
Did you beat a 10?
I did not.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He rolled
What?
so
No.
poorly.
Apollo bites him.
Apollo's gonna bite him.
I don't know, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, why
Go
not?
for it. Roll. Give him an attack from Apollo.
Oh, yeah. But, like, bite his leg?
Sure.
I rolled a 2, a 6, and another 2.
I love it.
I don't.
As Apollo tries to bite and misses,
Get him, Apollo!
and you can't seem to grab him.
Peter, what the hell
and
are
he
you doing?
Turns to you, and just kind of looks at you and says, "Not now." And he
I'm more charismatic than you think.
Do I also blink out of
I
existence?
need you to do a charisma save.
Don't you mean intelligence save?
No,
Okay, it's worth asking. Where's that good roll?
you have advantage of it if Apollo's helping.
Yeah, of course he is.
Sure.
He's like, what does he say?
Don't leave, Master.
See? That's very charismatic. Okay, so my first roll was a 5,
Mhm.
and my second roll was a 5. Okay, this dice is gonna right over there. I used all the good rolls before, and now they're all gone.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
switch my dice
Yeah.
and go with old yellow.
And for a brief second, you appear in this white void. You both appear there. You see Mr. Hanks, who's there, who's been in this empty void standing.
I can't find a door.
Mr. Hanks,
Oh, Garrett.
I'm here.
Really quick, Apollo was not sent, and Apollo could have received any last instruction from you. What would you have Apollo do?
Bite him!
Okay, give me an attack from Apollo as you blink out of existence. What did you get?
13.
That hits.
Ah!
It's your brother.
Take a bite!
He's not wearing armor.
Yeah, it's your brother not wearing armor.
Great. 9 points of force damage.
1 second.
Dead.
Does he lose concentration?
Does Apollo appear? He has no charisma.
I roll for concentration as he takes damage, and for that brief second as you appear with Mr. Hanks and you look and you're inside this white void, which I don't think has ever been described to you two, but it has existed in this thing before. You reappear back where you were, looking at him in the places that you were, as he has lost concentration because he got a 3 on his fucking concentration save. As you appear back in that alley as your brother has been bitten, and you see he's trying to struggle with Apollo and fight against him.
Oh, great.
Quick, grab him, tie him up.
Yes, let's grapple him.
It is his turn, and he looks at you, and across town, Tobin has just had his conversation with the professor, and Falorhana has just told Galit that there's going to be a signal, and she's feeling really proud that she did this thing. And in that moment, your brother looks at you and just says, "We'll try again." And then you feel a tremor. You're in your beds.
What the fuck?
Falorhana, your husband looks at you. It's going to be a good day. I'm excited to see all the decorations that you've been working on.
Fuck off.
Did you wake me up?
What?
Did you just wake me up?
Didn't you feel that tremor? Yeah, I woke up.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just stunned me a bit. Everything went according to plan, by
I was
the
going
way.
to ask. Yeah, you were same wavelength. I like that we're thinking this. I was going to ask if
Why
everything
we're
went well.
married. Happy marriage. I'm going to get ready. Sorry, a bit emotional today. But yes, everything went A-okay. Get ready and straight out.
After you say that, we're just going to cut over to Garrett. You saw your brother, and then you wake up in your bed.
Yeah. Eyes open, kind of just processes everything, then leaps out of bed and gets his gear on.
Tobin, you wake up suddenly in your bed. What do you do?
I pop out of bed. What the fuck? It wasn't sundown. It's not happening according to plan. I jump out. I go straight to Lady Night's shop.
Mm-hmm. You're going to go straight to the late night shop?
Yeah.
Cool. And where do you go, Garrett?
I'm going back to the back of the town watch to the trash heap.
Oh,
that
cool,
he
cool,
was
cool.
going through.
Love it. And Falorhana, where are you going?
To Tobin. Did we die? Was there an explosion or something in the town square?
No, I don't know. I just finished talking, and then all of a sudden we woke up again. It wasn't even sundown.
All right, I'm going to try to find the others we need to discuss this. Did something change?
All right, let's meet at Lady Night's shop.
Sure, I'll see you there. I'll see if I can pass through the lower hallows and find the others. And sprinting.
And Mr. Hanks, you wake up, you've suddenly woken up, and you were just there. For a brief second, you were in a white void, and now suddenly there was that golden flash, right, that everyone sees in that moment of sundown is what you saw, and then you were back.
I get out of bed to the cupboard in the kitchen where the liquor is. I open the door, I take out the bottle, I go back and crawl into bed, I uncork it, I take a big drink, and then I just pull the covers over my head.
Fair enough. All right.
You've already been over the despair horizon, no?
Hey.
You hang out in your bed for this day.
Yeah.
Garrett, you exit out of your house. You're heading to the town watch.
I'm like, the beginning montage at the start of the Two Towers, how like Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn are full gear,
Yeah.
but they're like just going
Yeah.
at a pace.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
There's like a ding 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 as Mr. G comes in. Like, Garrett, as you just pass straight through,
Yeah.
you see your mother down the road the opposite direction. You run straight north towards the town square, and there's a chance you could run into Tobin heading the opposite direction. I'll roll a luck check. If it's above an 11, you'll run into each other. If not, you're going to end up at different places for this whole section. Or
4
whatever.
or more.
Yeah. I got a 16. So you collide into Tobin. You see Tobin fully dressed and ready to go.
Garrett,
with
you
his
all right?
cloak.
What? Tobin.
What happened?
It finished. It finished early.
but why?
We saw my brother. We went off when we left you guys yesterday, and I tell him everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where does your brother live?
He in the lower hallows, and I give him the address. If you want to go check it out, but if
No,
you want
I don't think it's him. I think it's someone's pretending to be these people as they search. I think the first loop was Principal Iron Spine. He said, like, this isn't right. And this time your brother, so it must have been somebody else the first few times. So they're changing every time.
but he was looking for something
Where?
behind the town watch, and I have to go there.
Well, I'll come with you.
Where's Hannah?
She's searching for you guys.
Can you tell her? I have to go there now. Mr. Hanks will probably
Can
be
I
there waiting. He's so reliable. He'll definitely be there.
All right. Well, I'll go with you.
All right.
Hannah will find Mr. Hanks, and
All right, I'm running, though. Are you fast?
I'm fast. I'll follow. I know where you're going. I'll
Hey,
follow you.
Apollo. All right, now, this might be weird, but jump on.
What?
You get on him.
On the dog?
Yeah. Hey, Apollo, Tobin's going to get on you, okay?
Bow wow.
See? He's cool with that. Just jump on.
Oh, you're lucky this is Loop.
I won't tell anyone. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
full sprinting.
As it goes forward towards
no, wait, come
towards the
back.
town watch. We go to Falorhana. Falorhana, it's the morning. You're really up early and you're going straight to Lady Night's shop.
I said I'd be trying to find them and meet him at Lady Night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you head over to the shop. You would most likely see each other in the town square.
We're off to the
with all
town
decorations.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Mr. Hanks?
He'll be there.
Oh, okay. Good old reliable. Ooh, cool. Thank you for letting my brother have a mount.
That's right. Hurry up.
Heading over to the town watch. And Mr. Hanks, back in your house, Mr. Pibbs is your dog.
Yeah, what difference does it make? You want something to eat, huh? It's not your fault. And I go to the kitchen and I get the dog food and I put it in a bowl and then I pour a little bit of booze into the bowl.
Oh,
God.
Mr. Pibbs.
And then I decide I'm going to get dressed and go to the Iron Yak.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of this slosh. I want something that's got a little bit more flavor.
Awesome. You get to the town watch and you see that there are a lot of town watch members that are coming in and out. But you know that there is that alleyway to the side, a side entrance that Garrett has found. And you can go that way and you probably won't be noticed that much. But you will be in a weird, compromising position if someone found you there.
That's no problem. I can hide us.
Good.
Great. Let's do that.
What are we doing? Sorry, so your brother was here.
Yeah, I fill him in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. So what would he have been searching for? Because we also have some information. The pure silver knife would have been taken from the Temple of the Dawn.
Right.
Silver knife. It could be that your brother or whoever was controlling him was looking for records of these robberies like we were about to.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you're happy to dig through the trash, if we were
Very
doing this.
happy to. And
Oh, go on.
Because it's waking up in the morning is when I prepare my spells. I've prepared detect magic. I'd like to detect magic on the trash.
Oh, yeah. You cast Detect Magic, and on the surface, you don't see any magical auras in this
But
trash.
below?
You can dig through. Yeah, give me an investigation check with advantage.
Yeah, I want to go to like where he was digging and do that.
The pile of trash isn't sorted the way that he had sorted it when you last saw him.
Sure. Investigation was it? So that's a 20.
20. I'm going to say you spend a long time looking through this at the very least.
Sure.
And nothing of interest. But you spent at least an hour, if not more, with all of you, and you don't find anything unique in any of this trash, anything that seems magical or anything like that.
But the trash looked different from when. So obviously trash
he,
was thrown
he
out
had
throughout
already
the
started
day.
to and he had started to go through it and methodically go.
Do
He
you-
was like a tenth of the way through that stuff.
It might not be just here. He might be searching the whole town for something that was thrown out.
That's a good point.
Otherwise, I mean, if this is the 5th time we've been through this day, he wouldn't have come back here every single day looking for it. Maybe he's searching the whole town, checking it off little bit by little bit.
He didn't get to look through this, though. So do you think he'll be back here?
Possibly. He was going through it methodically, or maybe he has searched specifically for particular things.
Who else was he?
Principal Iron Spine.
Is that a fact though? Or were we
He
just
was the
No,
one
what
who
he did,
stood
he
up.
acted, he stood up and he put out his hand. He said, "This isn't right," or something.
While he died, he touched one of us, didn't he? As he was dying?
When he died, I mean, you were all there together.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Hanks, if you're talking about touching, Mr. Hanks picked him up and tried to, like, hold him.
Was there anyone else that was close to him when he died?
Yeah, you were all around him.
Mm.
I know,
You all
besides us,
surrounded him.
though.
Just the Orthon creature, right? He was, like, within range. Yeah.
So maybe
Just
that's
talking
what
about-
makes us different. We were all right
Around
there,
him when...
within range.
Possibly. We don't know.
And then who was the next one?
We don't know. We don't know for 2 or 3.
Give me an insight check, Garrett.
Okay.
This needs to be above a 20 for further information.
Oh well, I have a +0. Ugh,
Oh,
18.
Close. Yeah.
Give me a
There's
little
something
bit
about
of insight.
there's something about that moment that sticks in your head. Something
About?
about the moment of seeing the principal. That when Tobin says that, there's something about that sticks in your head. Yeah. It's replaying for a bit in your brain.
I say I share my thoughts.
Is it possible to speak to your husband and send the town guard out to see if anyone is, I mean, this is crazy, searching through trash?
Acting strangely.
Yeah.
having-
I need someone to volunteer as you're out in the day to roll a D100 for me.
I did it last time, so someone else can do it.
I'll do it. 89.
Cool.
Well, I don't know what else to do today. Where's Mr. Hanks? I thought he was going to be here.
Maybe he's going to check on Lady Knight. Maybe we should do the same.
We check with Lady Knight, check at the dig site. We didn't get a chance to do that.
Well, also,
Although we can't go out there 3 hours every day.
I might possibly quickly duck into the church as well, because I want to talk to the father and see, has something been stolen, or is it going to be stolen today? We don't know the order that this ritual occurred. Do you guys want to re-pick up the book?
Yeah, that could be helpful. I'll get the book.
See you all at Lady Knight's?
Okay.
If there's one place
Sorry.
Mr. Hanks will go, it'll be Lady Knight's.
So who's going where? Sorry, names. Yeah.
Father Hannah, I'll be heading to the Church of the Dawn to meet Father Daywood.
I'm going to go to find Tuck.
Gotcha. And Garrett?
I want to head to Lady Knight's via the town square.
Okay.
Past that point where the first loop occurred.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
I just want to take a moment to ponder.
Okay. We'll start with Tobin. Tobin, you head over into the town square.
I want to
and you
buy
go-
some. I want to buy something at the bakery real quick.
Okay. Yeah. You go to the bakery.
I just want to buy, Tuck's favorite snack.
That's very nice of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go. You see Rena Proudkeep, and you buy a sweet bun for.
A sweet bun and an apple fritter for myself.
Yeah, apple fritter. Yeah.
Nice.
As you buy that.
You'll pick one up for me. So.
Yeah, and then I head straight to Tuck.
I will say at this point it's a little bit later in the day, and the gathering has started in the town square, and you
Okay.
hear the mayor's
I'll
speech.
Go to the town square because that's where he would be.
That's right. Good call. Yeah, because it's not the morning anymore. It's a little bit later, and the mayor's starting to give his speech that
I'm
you
gonna
start.
send out
hearing.
Mr. Squeaks as well to sniff out Tuck.
Give me a perception check or an investigation, and you have advantage. Actually, it doesn't. The DC is lower because you know roughly where he was last time when he approached you around this
So
conversation.
no advantage.
But the DC is really low.
12.
Yeah, you see Tuck in the crowd.
Great. I pop over to him. Morning.
Hey, man.
Morning, Tuck. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey,
I thought you were gonna. Is something going on? Cause like there's supposed to be. I thought more decorations. I don't mean to. Just people were upset earlier.
Yeah, I totally understand. Something went wrong with the decorations. Just a malfunction. We're all disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got this donut for you.
You know it's crazy. I forget that you have like a real job. You know. Thanks for the donut.
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
you're a real good
I have
friend.
something for you.
You do?
Actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, what is it?
Yeah. I have a. Okay. Well, remember when the library burned down?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I saw you in the restricted section, and I was working there that night, and there was the fire, and I wanted to do a favor for you, man.
Yeah?
And
That's really nice.
yeah. So in the fire, I just grabbed the first book I saw that was on summoning, and I was gonna tell you about it, but the fire was chaotic. But here it
Fires.
is. It's for you,
Oh,
man.
Tuck, that's amazing. I
Yeah. Well,
open it
you're a
up.
good friend of mine, and I thought it'd be cool if I helped.
Thanks, Tuck. Hey, it's Infernal. Do you know anyone who's fluent in Infernal?
Oh, I don't. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's okay. Thanks for getting this book. It's a huge help.
Maybe you can find someone who you know.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. Anytime, man. I'm just happy to help.
Yeah, there are any classes in Infernal in the university?
Possibly. You want to sign up for one? Right now it's a
Yeah.
holiday, so no one's in school really.
I know, it's just this book, it's an Inferno, so I want to be able to read it. I want to make sure I make use of the book you so nicely gave to me.
I guess you could go to the university and find out.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey.
You want me to check for you?
Yeah, hey, that would be a huge
Okay.
help. I'm way behind
I'll go and check
schedule
for you,
today.
and I'll find you tomorrow.
Why don't I'm so excited about this. I gotta know today. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight if I don't figure it out.
Oh, you can go then, I guess.
Meet me back here. Will
I was just hoping to have a fun. I mean, we could go together.
That sounds like a great idea, Tuck. Let's go find out who teaches Infernal.
Okay.
But let's hurry because we gotta get back to this festival.
Yeah, I mean, well, now that you mention it, it does seem kind of weird that I saw a few people, they were really upset on the dais earlier, and they were complaining about the decorations. Maybe you want to handle that?
Well, like I said, malfunctions. There's nothing we can do right now about it.
Oh, okay. That makes
My
sense.
real job.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. You go off towards the university.
I wanted him to go for me.
Okay. We cut over to Mr. Hanks.
Well, I'm just finishing a drink at the...
Iron Yak.
the Iron
No,
Yak.
okay, so you head over to the Iron Yak. The Iron Yak is boarded up from before when it was closed down. When you go there, give me a perception check.
That was either a 8 or a 2.
Doesn't matter. Same answer.
Great.
You head over there, and it is eerily quiet around the Iron Yak, and it is boarded up from the last raid on the place.
Where is the dig site in relationship to the Weaving Woods?
Oh, it's in the Weaving Woods. It's in an area called the Circle of Peace, which is
Okay.
near the Skyrose
Got it,
River.
that's right. Okay, so I take a breath and I think, fine, I'll figure it out myself. And I start going towards the dig site in the Weaving Woods.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you head off towards the Weaving Woods. Garrett, we cut to you.
Yeah, all right, so I want to find the place, maybe stand where, I died.
You stand in the town square, and you have the weirdest sense of deja vu because, one, the festival is happening, and you recognize a lot of the same things that happened from before. Two, you've been in this location and died in a massive battle,
Yeah.
and you've been just down the road and died in a massive battle, and like you're even seeing a third place way down there. You know, further down, you fought against the Orthon alone in that place, and you died.
I take a few steps back and get myself, I guess, aligned, and I look over to the fountain to where, Hannah and Tobin were, and, one of them went down there, and I look over to the spot where Mr. Hanks was, and then over to where Ironspine was, and then I envision the Orthon thing there.
Give me a insight or history check with advantage.
I'll take a history.
There we go.
Thanks, man. Okay, so that's a 13.
It's tough, man. As you're looking around, and it's this kind of like beautiful minding where your hands are extending out and you're kind of looking at and you're placing things where they gotta be. And as you extend your hand out to be like, right, and that was there and that was there. And then there's this flash of memory as you saw your brother touch Mr. Hanks.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hanks disappeared.
Yeah.
But then you saw your brother reach out towards you, and you disappeared. But you didn't touch you, just reached out towards you, kind of like lazily hand up. And then you disappeared. And there's something about that moment and the location where you're at right now that's nagging at you. It's nagging at you in a very weird way.
Because Ironspine reached out. He reached up.
Yes, that was the thing that Mr. Hanks saw, was Ironspine exactly. In that moment, it clicks for you in this weird thing that, like, it's the same hand motion. It was the same lazily hand extended up towards the Orthon, and then the Orthon took the arrow and just shot him, right?
Before he could complete the... Alright, well, suitably stumped, he continues on to Lady Knight's shop.
Awesome.
Can I, as I'm walking with Tuck, I'm realizing I don't really want to go all
He's a
this
drag.
way. And I say, Tuck, this would be a huge favor. There's some things that I need to do. If you could figure this out for me.
Figure out who teaches.
Yeah, and meet me
Infernal?
back in the town square for the festivities. It's only going to take an hour, 30 minutes maybe.
I mean, like,
You know what,
look
Tuck?
at-
No one's...
I'll
no
do
one-
it for you. No, I'll do it for you, man.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Hey, man, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
I'll try to be better.
Okay.
All right, I'll meet you back in the town square.
He heads off.
Thanks, Tuck. All right, I race to Lady Night shop.
As both of you head to Lady Knight's shop, we cut over to Fellerhana.
All right. I'll just look around behind the church without going into the town square, since I know that my presence will be noted.
As you head to the town square,
Nah, shit.
walking up to you is Annalise Brightmore and Galit Stonebrook, and they both look at you. This is still early. It's about like 11 o'clock. And Annalise just lays into you, just saying, "Where were you? Look at this. It's only half done, and the celebration's already underway, and what is going on here?
Tears-
Answer me."
Tears in my eyes. I'm going to use prestidigitation and pull up my sleeves. I show that they are bruised all the way up, like nastily bruised. I will use a sorcerer's point to make it subtle.
Yeah.
Tears in my eyes, shakingly lift it and just go, "The lower hallows told me not to. Please, I need to see Father Daywood."
Give me a deception with advantage.
Thank you. A 22.
With the 22, what do you mean? What happened to you? Explain.
I would like to speak to Father Daywood. Not out here. They might be listening. Look, panically, I need to get into the temple of the door, and it's the only place I feel safe. Please.
Fine, Galit. She turns to Galit. This is Annalise. Fine, Father Daywood. When this is over, I want to hear what happened.
Has Wraithorn spoken yet?
Yes.
Oh god, it might be too late. Tell the town watch, the Iron Yak. They're going to try to kill us all.
Galit seems way more freaked out. She's very susceptible. Annalise is a little bit more aggressive with this. She's like, "They're going to kill us all."
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, get your husband on it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll go find Father Daywood. I'll have Galit. Galit, go. We'll see what we can do. What do you mean they're going to kill us all? As they have like a discussion and head off that way. Give me an insight check.
Sure. A 12.
Yeah, it's a weird story for them to
Yeah.
hear and believe either way. but
It's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stir some shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they go off and you head to the House of the Dome.
Yep. Is the father in there?
The father, yeah, he's at the entranceway. He's camped out there for most of the day. He's been there for a while.
Handing out pamphlets.
Yeah.
Father, do you mind?
Yes, hey.
Am I free to enter the church?
Of course, you're a member in good standing.
Oh, thank you very much.
Can I help you?
Yes, I wanted to. I've made a bit of a pig's ear of the festival, and I think I need to seek forgiveness.
Oh, of course. Well, if you go inside and you offer a prayer, Lathander will hear it and he will forgive you.
Mm-hmm. I shall. Before when I was speaking to Galit, talking about the silver knife, she said it was in
Yeah, there are a number
David.
of ritual items that are pure silver that are in this temple.
display. Like, are they kind of like ornamented?
No, they're
artifacts?
inside normally in his office, or they're behind one of the in the dais. There's an area that's more off limits, but you've seen it when you were confirmed in this temple.
Okay. If the temple's fairly empty, I will head towards the dais.
Cool. Yeah, you head over there. It's empty.
Completely? Does it look like things that were meant to be on
Yeah,
display?
everyone's
aren't?
outside enjoying the festival. Yeah.
Going over to the dais, is it looking like it's bare of the artifacts?
There's like a drawer area. You've seen him reach for this stuff before. You can look through it. It doesn't require an investigation. You can just open it up. It's not locked.
Yep.
You open it up. Just knowing the stuff, what you're looking for a knife you've seen before used, and it's not there.
Oh, he disappeared. Interesting. Thing shut. I will head back over to Father Daywood.
Mm-hmm.
Father,
That was fast.
well, it just something was bugging me just as I saw you now. My husband said something had been taken from the church.
What? What do you mean?
The silver blade, the one you use in some of the rituals.
Your husband said it was taken?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Didn't exactly say.
His
when.
eyes kind of narrow at you, and he looks
I could go
suspiciously
over
at
and
you.
ask him now, or do you want to have this discussion inside?
No. That's fine. Interesting. Yes, bring your husband.
Well, I think
Let's
you
have
and
a
I
conversation.
you and I should have this talk.
Sure. Of course.
Corruption would be a bit of a scandal for
It
this
would
town
be.
in such a delicate place.
Yes, yes. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Let's have this conversation. Let's grab your husband.
We're talking now.
Right. Well, you're saying that your
I'm going
husband
to walk
told
back
you.
in towards the temple.
Sure. I'll come. You're
Yeah.
saying that your husband told you that something is missing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Silver knife?
Yeah,
Pure
yeah.
silver?
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
curious how he knew.
Because you haven't told anyone yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, why wouldn't you?
Well, there's been a rash of theft, and, people might assume that I took it. Crazy.
That would be insane.
It would be, right?
What would they
It's
want
an
with
ancient
such a...
ceremonial knife.
Mm-hmm. What could it be used for?
Well, ceremonies dedicated to Lathander and the glory of Lathander.
Well, let's keep this quiet from my husband down then in the greater town. Who was out
Sorry,
there
how did
when
you know it was missing?
The NWA knows quite a lot of things, and we're eager to solve problems outside from the town watch. I think you've heard of the little disputes we've been having.
Are you allowed to search through my belongings?
I did not search through your belongings, but a little bird told me. Now, do you want us to solve this
Little bird
quietly?
told you? What do you mean a little bird told you? I just find it suspicious that you know about this. I know I didn't steal it.
But when did it go missing, dear?
What?
When did it go missing? When was it stolen?
About a week ago.
Do you know how they might have gotten in?
No. I'm trying to... Sorry, I'm confused. Who told you that it was missing?
A little
You've
bird.
really baffled me.
Yes, indeed, and we can solve this problem without it going public as you want.
Right. Yes, I do want that. Yes.
Exactly. So, please tell me everything you know, and
It was missing for about a week, and I was hoping that I could find it. Maybe I misplaced it, but I didn't misplace it. But I haven't told anyone, and I'm shocked that you know, and it's frankly very odd. But you're a good person, aren't you?
I am a very good person.
All right. Well, perhaps you can help me. Maybe your husband can help me then.
Oh, you don't want to be going to him about this. It'd become a whole public thing. All the paperwork, it's all he only talks about, and then you know how things get around, but keep it between myself and the NWA. We will solve this quietly for you.
Right. Oh, I'm so happy that you can help me with this.
Indeed. Have a good day. Enjoy the festival.
You too.
I'll be heading over to Lady Knight's,
Yeah.
but trying to
Cool.
stay away from the town square. So I'm heading over.
Awesome. We cut over to the duo heading to Lady Knight's, Garrett and Tobin.
Did you see anything in the town square?
Really, I'm just thinking about everything that happened, like the first time, and then what happened last night to me and Mr. Hanks. And, I fill him in with everything that, just kind of like my thoughts as we're going there.
Yeah.
And, the reaching out and, all that sort of stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like there's something we're missing from that first day. I couldn't figure anything today, but maybe tomorrow.
Do we need to be looking out for an extra Mr. Hanks?
What?
You touch Mr. Hanks? I don't know. He's coming back as somebody different each time. Possibly. Maybe he has to touch someone to get in. I don't know.
Okay. All right, well, that's interesting.
But if we see this creature, does this creature know that we're in the loop with it?
I think if it didn't before, it does now.
Well, let's see if Lady Knight's here. Let's see if we can get into her storeroom.
Yeah.
You show up and you see that the shop is open currently.
Hello?
Morning.
Hello.
Hey, Lady Knight.
Yes, hello. Have you come with the rest of the scrolls?
Hey, you know what? We're not gonna do that at the moment. Lady Knight,
Sorry, what?
Lady Knight, this is a lot to explain here, but we've spoken to you about this before. You won't remember. We're stuck in a bit of a time loop. And yesterday you said the best way for us to get you to trust us is to call you by your real name.
What?
Yeah, Bershit Malachi.
She she looks at you, eyes open,
Yes.
mage hand, the sign in the back behind you flips to close.
Oh, look, we don't want any trouble, Lady Knight. You told us everything. You trust us. You told us about Tina. We met Tina, actually, in your astral plane closet. You took us in there, and we met Tina.
She having a
She's
panic
just like
attack
freaking out. Yeah, like she's just been told all this stuff.
Did you want to put your ring on? You can...
Yeah, here, look into our minds.
Yeah.
Are you... Okay, what's going on? And I assume you try and explain.
Sure.
everything.
In a few minutes.
Very willing. I think it's an auto success at this point because she told you the thing that would figure. It's also really fucking weird because she would never tell anyone, nor would a detect thoughts get to this unless she was really actively thinking about all of this. And so time passes, montage of this, and we come back to you all.
Sort of animatedly
She's
telling
like,
the
right,
story.
Yeah, and it's just like different panning shots of you explaining it and drawing diagrams and stuff of like the aboleth. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying there's a time loop and you've been through this before?
Yes, it's
yeah,
the fifth
5
time.
times, 6,
All right.
5 times, yeah.
So why have you come to me?
Honestly, I don't know. What are we doing here?
We have a
So wait,
theory.
you just
Your-
revealed this information.
Your storeroom. Your storeroom could provide some maybe exit from the time loop or protection where we could store things.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything? Is it possible for us to take a look in your storeroom? You were missing potions, and we think they might be in there. You stored them in your shop.
Yes, I can go and grab those.
No,
for
you know what? I think
No.
maybe it's like, get some fresh eyes on there. Maybe Tobin, you can go.
Sure, Tobin can go.
Give him the key.
Of course.
All right.
I mean, you use the key to open it, then you go through.
Is he going to die?
We
Okay.
are all going to die.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
that's-
It's all right. It's all right.
According to
It's
what
all
you've
right.
said, we're all going to die many times.
That's all right. Do we have to close the door?
Yes.
All right, well, please don't die.
Okay.
All right.
I open the door.
Hold up. He can go through, but to access the storeroom does require me.
Okay,
But
but
you
then you
said-
can follow me. You can follow me.
Sure. Okay. Sounds great.
But and we can just get back out.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna mess with you. You'll probably die if you go through. What are you looking for? You want
See,
things from the
Circle
storeroom?
of trust, Lady Knight.
We need to know if the potions that you left in your shop are in the storeroom.
Yes. 1 second. I'll be right back. I promise. In fact, I will hand something to you to trust me.
Okay.
I will hand you this key, and I will travel myself, and you can come after if you wish. If I don't show up, I'm missing something today that I did not leave with the potions. I'm missing a ring. My ring.
Your thought detecting ring.
Yes.
But you had it on
I did.
yesterday.
What?
A different loop.
I did. So
And now it's gone.
take this. I will be right
Tobin,
back.
this is not good.
It'll take half an hour.
Hey, you lied to us yesterday. You said we couldn't go into...
I can't be responsible for what I did in a different timeline.
All right. Well, we're
Wait a
coming in after there.
Okay,
Wait a
if I
minute,
don't
wait,
show up
so-
within half an hour, okay?
Well, yeah, okay.
So the-
okay.
Okay.
Can't be
You have
responsible for my
you have
actions.
5 minutes. Before we saw you go into the shop, you got those potions and you
Oh,
came right back. It's
jeez.
not going to take
Trust,
that long.
Circle of trust, am I right, Tobin? She turns to Garrett, am I right?
Last
You
time
can't
you
turn this
said
back on
30
me.
minutes.
Okay, we'll call it 10 minutes.
Done.
Deal.
Deal. She heads out.
She goes.
So the ring was taken in the last loop because she had it.
We didn't know if she had it yesterday. Oh, wait, she did have
She
it
did.
yesterday.
She read our minds.
Oh, this is bad. Hey, we should just go anyway. You want to follow her? Not that I don't trust her. I trust her, but I don't trust her. She lied to us yesterday.
Give me a history check as you're holding that key, Tobin.
18.
Tobin, as you're holding the key, the design on the key is very similar to another key you own and have. And it feels, now that you're holding it, you can feel
Pull
it.
out my 20 keys from the
20
shop.
keys from the shop.
Why do I have so many keys?
Different doors, different chests.
Aren't you a wizard?
None of the shop keys. It doesn't match any of the shop keys.
I throw them out the window. What key? What key?
It's very similar to the key to the crypt in the cemetery where the books were for the Grey Hands.
So it matches that type of key.
Yeah, as you're having that weird moment. Mm-hmm.
So that key was the key to get into the crypt or to get into that secret room in the
To
back?
get into that room beneath, there was a lever, you pulled it, went down, there was a stairway, the door was locked, you unlocked the door, you turned it clockwise, it opened, and then you went into that room.
Did we keep that key?
Yep. because you said you locked it back afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
She appears
Oh, you came back.
with a potion,
Oh.
her ring, and you can see she's visibly shaken, and she's holding a scroll, and then written on the scroll it says, "It's true. Everything they say is true," and it's signed in her handwriting. She holds the letter and she says, "I found this in my storeroom, and I didn't write this."
Is your handwriting?
Yes,
I think, yeah, you must have written this yesterday.
but there was no yesterday.
Today, I mean, but yeah, it was yesterday.
It was left
but-
with my ring.
Yeah.
You left it there for yourself as a clue.
Hang on a second. This means that area isn't affected by the loop.
Yes, and we might know another possible area that might not be affected. We have two
Think?
places that we could store stuff, we could put things.
Yeah, steal some armor. I mean, yeah, for important things.
Mr. Hanks, as
Yes?
they have this kind of weird revelation, Mr. Hanks, you're walking the long road
Slogging it.
It's freaking time loop, and it
as you make your way to
Killed
the area that was described to you,
tells me
which you've
I'm
never been here before.
stupid and
You
frickin'
have to
eel
pass
gods.
by. You have to pass by farms on this way over here. You pass by that farm where you had that crazy battle
Owl
with
bears.
yeah, Baker's Acres.
Just muttering.
You make your way. It takes a few hours, but you make your way to the Circle of Peace, and you find, this is midday, the hole in the ground in the Circle of Peace. At the base, there's dirt. You don't see any hole that everyone else described.
Can I go down there and start digging?
Sure.
Okay, well, I'll do that.
You go down, you start digging, and give me a dexterity save.
So that would be a 12.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into the floor of this temple. Nice Foley work. Slam into the floor of this temple, and you look around as the light's coming in from above you, and you can see the temple that was described to you as you're in here.
Hidden temples under the ground. Well, I start to look around.
And you remember they used a rope when they climbed down last time when they described it to you.
Didn't bring a rope.
He's stuck in the temple.
And I walk over and look at all of the things that they had mentioned before. The mural of the guy with the long hair. Does it mean anything to me now that I'm seeing it with my
Okay.
eyes?
Here's what I'm going to need from you. I want to know two things. One, do you have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Okay. So there's just this beam of light in the center that's like very narrow because it's big enough just to fit you, and it's just past noon, so there's like a beam of light that's shining to one end and a little bit of illumination around, and you can kind of see the dais, but even the murals are hard to see because it's dark and it's a massive underground temple, and you're just in one hole in the dark. Give me an investigation with disadvantage because if you don't have dark vision, it's disadvantage.
Well, is there anything I can use to light things up?
Did you bring stuff to light things up?
Well, let's see what I could finagle, you know? I think we did have torches at one point.
Yeah, my question is, did you bring that with you when you went to the Iron Yak to get drunk?
Of course.
Who doesn't bring the torch?
100%.
I'm gonna roll a luck check here.
See, this is how you play D&D, Isaac. Good.
I got a 2.
But that's your luck.
And as the DM, it's your luck right now.
Can't argue with that logic.
Give me an investigation with disadvantage.
There's a 16 and a 17.
Okay, 16 then. I thought it was 14. So.
Okay, well.
16. The one thing you get here that I think everyone else missed, and it's because of the fact that you don't have dark vision. And there's something that you're gonna ponder on as you wait the remaining hours of this day in this temple alone, sitting there knowing that this day will end for you in this place. You see that little area where it was described to you that there was a statue, and you can see that there was like a statue there, but around, and it's just faint, around the circular dais, you see a pattern that looks kind of like a laurel wreath. And in that moment, you remember the coins that you had looked at, and it looks identical to the golden coin, which just had a laurel wreath on it. And you picture that as you stay in this underground temple for the next 6 hours or so, waiting for sundown.
I will sit for a minute and then take a look around and be like, always the same, and then pull out my sword and
Oh my god!
yes, and line it up and then chop directly into my skull.
Give me,
Yes!
give
my
me a
God.
critical damage.
First Groundhog Day suicide.
Oh god! Of course it's
Just
Mr.
like-
Hanks.
Super good.
What do I have to roll?
It's a critical hit no matter what. I just want you to roll damage
just
with
roll
it.
damage.
Yeah, so you rolled twice.
Oh, it's
I'll
gonna
let you-
take a few swings.
Yeah, but you're a tough boy to kill.
Ouch. Oh no.
What did you do? What'd you do?
Well, it was 2 1s, and so add 3, so 8 damage.
8 damage plus the 16 that you got before, whatever that was before. so
Fortunately, though, because it was a new day,
try and
I'm at 11.
swing again if you want.
I'm disoriented and bloodied.
Oh.
Swing again. Let's see. That would be 14.
14.
Uh-huh.
So are you still okay? Or
No,
you-
that puts me down.
Okay, hold up. So,
Oh my god.
Mr. Hanks, it's been about 5 days of this. You've gone drunk, rampaging through the town in your underwear, screaming about the mayhem that's about to happen, trying as much to stop things. You've died twice. You've been enslaved by an insane creature that's trying to get you to kill your companions. You've seen your friends die, and you've seen your friends abandon you to die. And now on day 5, you're sitting in a hole, barely in the dark, as you take a sword and multiple times have to hack at yourself, and you bleed out on the ground of this place. Father Hana,
Hello.
you head over to Lady Knight's. You meet up. It is the early afternoon, and Lady Knight has just told everybody what she just saw as you come in.
Right. We have some interesting things. The pure silver knife from the Temple of the Dawn, been gone for a week, according to the father, and no one else knows about it.
That's
oh,
not
hello,
good.
Lady Knight. Have they caught you up?
Yeah, she knows.
Ah, good. Mhm.
Hey, things are gonna go bad pretty soon. So if you're gonna leave a note, we'll come see you tomorrow again. Today, I guess. But anyway, maybe leave another note for yourself.
Sure.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, Lady Knight, quick question.
Yes.
On one of our, another one of the todays we had, your shop was exploded
From the inside.
from the inside. This is also a loop where I believe that creature had you sought to battle him, and unfortunately, it did not go well. I'll spare you the details. Does that sound like something your shop does? Do you have a...
No, I mean, potentially I could do it. I have a spell that could create enough force to explode outwards from my shop.
Is this would that be one you'd use in the most dire of battles? Is it?
If a battle were taking place right outside my shop, yes.
Oh, cool. Mystery solved.
Before you put that stuff in the ethereal plane thing, I'll be back in a sec. And Garrett runs outside. Is there like a shop across the road or something? What kind of shop?
You're near the blacksmith if you want to go there.
Oh, sure. I run to the blacksmith. Is there anyone there?
Yeah, there's Priya Sudre. She's working. And she offered you the shield before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Priya.
How's that, how's that shield working out for you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It, keeping me safe. Hey,
great.
do you do breastplates?
I do. Yeah.
Can I see one?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Of course. She grabs one for you and shows it to you.
Hey, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me see it. I need to see it in the light. Can I just see it in the light out here?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow, that's really nice. Hey, isn't that... and I point back behind the shop. Isn't that CD Joe? And CD Joe's a well-known guy. He steals stuff. Is that CD Joe in the back there?
Joe.
I run away with the
Oh, yeah,
breastplate.
you run away. Yeah. You hear her say,
CD
"Hey,
Joe.
hey, wait!" As she's calling out, trying to find.
I'm gone.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll allow this. I mean, it's a small town, and she's confident she'll find you. She knows where to
Yep.
find you.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding.
You right there?
Yeah. Hey, could you put this in your shop, in your
Sure.
magic thing?
I suppose. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Tobin, can you make something look dirty?
Yeah?
Make this look dirty.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Cast it.
Hey, makes it look a little rusted.
Okay, great. Here you go. Thanks.
Okay, I'll go place all these items back.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
This book as well.
Right. Okay, I'll place all of these things back in the shop. Is this my life now? I'll go take this. All right. Hey, I need my key.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Takes the key. She steps there.
I just want to cast Find Familiar
Mm-hmm.
and change Mr. Squeaks into Stuart the owl.
Yes.
Cool. And I want to fly above the city. My goal as I work for him, I want to see if anyone is digging through the trash or if I can see Mr. Hanks specifically.
Okay. I had you do the D100 roll
Yes.
prior. So I know what the DC is. The DC changes. It affects your perception ability of finding some person or some information or something.
Ah, right.
Okay.
Just like you know. So roll a D20 for me with its perception.
And I have advantage on perception checks.
Yes, but we rolled an 89.
Great.
That was genuine.
16.
You look through and you spend time, but you don't seem to find anything abnormal. It's a lot to look at. You're talking about looking through the entire town.
I don't see Mr. Hanks anywhere.
No, you don't
Nope.
see Mr. Hanks anywhere.
Where could he have gone? Well, should we have a bit of time? We know that there's one time capsule room. Do we want to try as well with the one in the crypt?
It wouldn't
Yeah.
hurt. Absolutely. The key's in my place.
Mm-hmm.
And let's try with something that isn't ours. Like we'll take something from somewhere.
Bear in mind, us taking things from within here and placing it outside of the loop means that tomorrow morning, the first thing they're going to notice is their breastplate is missing, their items are, for all intents and purposes, disappeared.
Yeah.
That's going to raise some hackles with the town watch.
I mean, it doesn't have to be something big. Just take some guy's apple as we walk past. You know?
Or
Yep.
or the coins.
Why not?
You want to put the coins in the crypt. All right.
Okay, since you've accomplished this goal before in stealing the coin,
The old switcheroo.
you know the best situation of like how to get it done. DC would get lowered. I'm going to hand wave the idea that you snag the coins and you head over to the cemetery. As you get to the cemetery, you start to hear the sound of screams in the evening.
Let's do this quick.
It's happening.
Hope Tom Hanks is probably there defending what people he can. He's he is selfless like
Oscar
that.
winner Tom
Yeah.
Hanks.
There's a man you can rely on. One man against the world.
Yeah. And you head into the cemetery, I assume.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do we want to stay here for it?
Tobin, why don't you stay in the crypt?
What? What if I mean, this time, what if we leave? What about the dog, Apollo?
Is there like a bird or a bat or something around?
Give me a perception check, or survival check.
Let's go grab a rat. 17.
17, yeah, you see some rats.
I'll speak to them
Okay.
because I'm a forest now. You know, I can speak to little
Well,
animals.
there you go.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
say, come here. I have little treats for you. Come on over here. And I feed them some snacks. And then we start walking. I'm like, come here. I'm gonna show you a great place. Moving quickly, aware that our time might be
Yeah,
short.
You come to the room where there's the lever in the back of the throne.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pull it.
There's a stairway that goes down.
Head down. Unlock the door.
The door is unlocked.
Did we lock it when we
You
left?
didn't- yeah, no, you
He
didn't
took
lock it back
the.
because someone else
Yeah,
came
he
came
over
in.
and took silver.
Interesting.
I want to lock the door, unlock it, and then open it.
Okay. You lock it, turn it, and then you turn it back, open it, and you see the same storeroom.
I will look around. Is there anything else in the storeroom right now?
This is the same room you saw before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
There's nothing else in here. Do you have detect magic?
Yeah.
You want to see if you can find anything?
As you cast detect magic, you can see that the lock emanates with the same kind of magic that the key emanates with.
Just the
Cool.
lock and key. That's it.
All right. Well, let's shut this door, lock it, and then we'll come back tomorrow.
All right.
As you
Shut the door.
shut
lock
the
it.
door, as you lock it, you still have that detect magic. There's a flash for a brief second when he locks it, as if you can see this aura. It's like growing, but it stops. It's not fully covering the door.
Hang on a second. Hang on. There's something on the door. I'll explain it to them.
Give me a perception check.
Would you have better perception than I do? 12.
When you lock it, there's the briefest second when you feel like it could keep going counterclockwise rather than going clockwise to unlock it.
You spin it further.
As you lock it and spin it further, you hear this kind of clicking sound, and then the whole door illuminates in that light.
Oh.
There, yeah, it's like the trick. It's a tricky lock.
And now it's
Nice.
unlocked.
I step in.
As you open the door to take a look, you see this large vault with an immense amount of silver that's been stacked up for a long time inside. When you read in the original room that there was a vault somewhere where they were storing things in the vault, there wasn't a description of where the vault was. It was as if someone didn't expected no one.
needed
Yeah,
to be
you don't need to
listed.
know where it is. It's clearly where it's got to be. But you see, the amount of money you saw before was the dosh. It was the amount of money on hand to
the
pay
liquid
off people.
assets.
Yeah, this is a lot more. It's quite a lot. Yeah.
Oh my
Son of
god.
a bitch. I don't know if we got time, guys. I don't know if I want to be standing in here when that.
I think we
looper
need to lock
sets.
it before resets. Come back here tomorrow.
Do we want to chuck in the coins now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Chuck the coin in. And the rat.
You put the stuff in, and you lock it back, and then there's a brief moment when everyone except for Mr. Hanks sees a golden light envelop your eyes this late in the day, and there's a tremor, and you wake up. And with that, we'll end this session.
It was just getting good.
Well, there you have it. As the party delves further into the chaos of these time loops, things are starting to come to a head. Will they finally break the loop? Or like Tom Hanks's final moment, will the loop break them? Find out in the next episode of What's My Role? What's My Role is a proud member of the Arcane Focus Network. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us wherever podcasts are downloaded. It really does help. And be sure to tell your friends about What's My Role. See you next time.